Welcome to the Calculus, a collection of micro lectures, video lessons, and sample exercises. Let's apply the chain rule in computing the derivative of this composite function. F of x being sine of x cubed is considered to be a composite function where let's say our h of x is identified as sine x and our g of x is x cubed. That would mean here, okay, f of x is just simply h of g of x. As we exchange or substitute g of x to this x here, that's why you have your h of g of x. Instead of sine x, this was changed to our g of x, hence you will have here x cubed. And with this now, following the criteria for composite function, let us use here the chain rule in deriving this given function. For our f of x, which could be expressed as h of g of x, which is in turn equivalent to this form by definition of composite function, its first derivative is take the derivative of the h of x, treating this as 1, then multiply that with the derivative of your g of x, which is in this case the angle itself. So we're going to treat the angle first as it is together with sine, and later on take the derivative of the angle. So let us have it here at this portion before we can apply the entire form. So this is our form, right? Sine x cubed. So we are just going to treat this as one angle. So the derivative of sine is actually cosine. So the derivative of sine x is cosine x. So in this case, the derivative of sine x cubed is cosine positive cosine x cubed. Okay, because derivative of sine is cosine of the same angle. Now, for g prime of x, being our g of x here is x cubed, so its derivative is actually using the power, and you will have here the n, or 3 x to the power of n minus 1, which will give us a result of 3x squared. With this now already identified, you're now going to return to your chain rule. Okay, your chain rule, again, it follows this formula, h prime of g of x times g prime of x. The entire derivative of this function, treating this as one angle, so you will have this cosine x cubed. Take note that is to be multiplied, so make sure you have parentheses, because if you will not place parentheses, you might mistakenly going to multiply g of x to only this angle, and that is actually incorrect. So times your g of prime of x is 3x squared. So just simply rearranging the terms, your f prime of x is 3x squared, and then you have your cosine x cubed. This is already the result for the derivative of this given function, specifically a composite function. So you're treating this as 1 as earlier, you take its direct derivative, and then you take the derivative of the angle. That is for this case here. Thank you very much for watching. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now.